In this tutorial, I want to look at the 3D cursor in Blender. I'm using Blender 2.19.1. Now, if you see here, the cursor is this red and white thing here. That's called the 3D cursor in Blender. If you can move it at any place at all. If you look here, that's also the cursor here, the 3D cursor here. So when you select it, you can pick this and then you can move it anywhere you want, and wherever it is, that is where you can add another object. If, for example, we want to add something else, let's add something like a cone. If I press it, you see it comes to where the 3D cursor was. Now, in case maybe you have been moving your 3D cursor around and you want to bring it back to the default position, you can just do that by going to Shift and pressing C, and then it brings it back to the default position. Another way you can do it, let me move it here, somewhere here again, is that you can go to Shift and then you go to S, and this thing comes here. This is basically for snapping the this tool is very important, and I love it because it helps in it helps us to make good use of the 3D cursor. For example, if you want to bring it to the default position, that is when you can go to cursor to world origin. You can just press this and it moves back to that place. Now let's look at it again. If I go to Shift and S and I open it, it can also, you can move the cursor to selected object, cursor to selected. Now in where we are now, you see that I've selected, the cone is selected. So let's see if we want to move it here. We just come here and say cursor to selected, and it goes to cursor to selected. I mean, it has many options like cursor to active, cursor to a selection to grade, but the important thing is the cursor selection to cursor, selection to cursor, keep offset, and cursor to grade, and cursor to world origin for this tutorial. Not that the others are not useful, but it's just to show you that there are operations here that you can use quickly to get the 3D cursor to go to places and do things that you want it to be done. Okay, now as well, I want to the 3D cursor, obviously you can be moving it around yourself. When you are here, you can move it, but it's not really precise. So in case you are working on something, you want a precise place that you position to place your 3D cursor, one thing you can do is that you can first of all select the precise position. Let's go, if you are in object mode, for example, and you want to come here, you can just go to right click on your mouse and then go to snap, and then you get also that thing we got more or less in the circle with the Shift S, and then you can just say that cursor to selected, and it goes there again. But in case you are in the edit mode, let's go to the edit mode now, and then maybe you have selected this vertex here, and then you want to place the cursor directly there, but not even close, because you want to be precise. Then, or in case it was even this, you see there are lots of vertices here, so it could be difficult to place it maybe, or it depends. If you have a very complex thing and you want a specific thing to be done, then you can always go to here. I would go to something like if you go to, for example, snap snap vertices, you can do the same thing, cursor to selected, and it goes here. But in case you select, let's go to an edge as well. If you go to an edge and I want to place it on maybe this edge, another way you can do it is to go to mesh, and then you go to snap, and then you say cursor to selected, and it moves to this thing is very good, because if you move it to here, for example, in case you want to now change your do a rotation along this edge, for example, which is weird, but it's already chosen, so I use that, and then now I go to where my pivot points, and I change it to where the 3D cursor is. Now I'm going to do, in case I want to do some kind of rotation, if I come here now, I can rotate the thing with respect to the edge that was chosen. So the 3D cursor is a very useful tool, and this is basically what I wanted to tell you about the 3D cursor. Obviously there might be something I must have missed now. Thank you for watching. If this helped you in any way, please help me by subscribing to my channel or giving the video a like. Thank you. Bye.